Analysis and design of two-way slab. So we just finished the design of one-way slab. Now we move on to the design of two-way slab. So first thing first, when can we say that a slab should be designed in one way or two-way? So we get the ratio of this length of the slab. We have the short length and the long and the the longer span. Okay, we call it span. Longer span and the shorter span, which is LA. So we get the ratio of LB over LA here. This is the ratio of LB over LA. It should be less than 2. Okay. So if that is less than 2, that is almost square. Okay. Um, Sometimes, most of the time, you will doubt if that is doble or singly. Pag masyadong rectangular, most probably singly reinforced yan. So, let's say kung ang shape is ganyan, masyadong rectangular, yan. Okay? Kung ganyan, ito yung LA natin. Ito yung LA. Ito yung LB, longer span. So, you will see now, ang possible cracking direction is only here. Ganyan. Kasi nga masyado siyang mahaba. Okay? Um, bakit bakit wala dito? Okay, kung one-way span, bakit wala ganyan? Kasi pag mag-tend na siya na mag-bend in that direction, itong, like, let's call it number 2, number 1. Itong number 2, pag mag-tend na siya na mag-bend, makikerry lang siya ng beams. Okay? Supported siya ng beams kasi nga malapit lang doon yung beam. Diba? So, ganun kasi yung structure pag mag-start siya mag-fail, kung may malapitan pa, lalapit talaga doon yung load. So, masuportahan siya ng beam. Unlike unlike here, unlike dito sa number 2, sorry. Yeah, itong cracking number 2 masuportahan ng sorry, ang cracking number 2 yan masuportahan siya ng dalawang beams dito. Let's call it B2. Itong B1 naman, masyado nang malayo para tumulong sa crack number 2. Guess niyo? So, while ito, kung ganyan na direction itong number 1, ang direction ng cracking niya, ang makakatulong sa kanya is supposed to be B1. Itong B1 sa gilid. Along short direction, itong cracking number 1. Kaso nga, masyadong malayo yung B1. Okay? So, ang possible cracking lang nito is in this direction lang. Yan. Imagine na, let's say, i-exage na lang natin na mag-crack talaga. Ganun. So, in one-way slab, ang direction ng reinforcement natin is only in this direction. Parang tinahi lang. Okay? Now, in two-way slab is dalawang direction ngayon. Okay? Kasi nga almost square siya. So, the load could maybe part of the load pupunta in short direction and then part of the load, other loads, the other part of the load will go to the long direction. So, may percentage yung kinikerry. Unlike sa one way, isang set lang ng beam ang nag-carry. Yung sa malayo, hindi na naaabot dun yung load pass. While dito sa two-way span, may percentage yung tumatakbo dun sa short direction, may percentage rin yung tumatakbo sa long direction. Kaya yung analysis na ang possible cracking is two-way. Okay? Ito yung slab natin. Okay? Ang possible cracking niya is two-way. Parang ganyan. Yan. So, dapat maglagay ka rin ng reinforcement. Right? Maglagay ka rin ng reinforcement along perpendicular to that possible cracking. So, here, this is an example or illustration of the possible reinforcement of slab. If you see the green, okay, that's the reinforcement along the long direction. Bakit parang naka-W? Okay, bakit parang nakaganyan, no? Parang naka-U, sorry, naka-U, ganyan. Kasi dito, negative moment kasi ito dito. So, kung negative moment, dapat yung reinforcement sa taas, right? So, dito rin sa support banda, negative moment rin. Sa gitna is positive moment. Kaya sa gitna, nakababa yung reinforcement natin. Okay? If you look at that one in the side view, inside view parang top, okay? Then i-bend na lang natin. Ang minsan pinuputol, okay? Pero mas madali kasi kung naka-bend lang para isang lagayan na lang. So, bend, yan. Parang ganyan yung reinforcement if you look at the side view. So, dito yung top, ito yung bottom, and then another top. Ganyan siya. Okay? So, let's proceed to design. There are two approaches in designing a actually, marami pang approaches but commonly, aside from the finite element analysis, ito yung dalawang approach ng pag-design ng two-way slab. We have first the column strip, and second is the coefficient method. So, what is column strip? Ang column strip, of course, mayroong column. Okay, dapat mayroon siyang support, yung slab natin. It could have beam, it could have pwede siyang may beam or pwede rin siyang walang beam. Okay? But ang column strip, this is our column. Uh, show here. These are our columns. Ganyan. Let's consider these first two columns. Now, dito in column strip, nag-assume tayo ng strip. Itong naka-red, yan. Ito yung strip na i-design natin siya na parang beam. Okay? As if yan lang yung strip na structural beam natin. Yung sa gitna na strip is parang kinakarga na lang niya. Okay? So, bawat dalawang column, mayroon silang strip. Okay? The same rin dito, supposed to be the same rin in this direction. Meron rin tayong strip. So, another analysis naman yan in that direction. Ganyan. So, yan. So, ma-imagine ninyo, para siyang structure lang siya na beam column structure lang rin siya. Okay? So, ang slab, ina-assume natin siya na beam. And then we will design it as a beam. And then ano yung reinforcement, i-apply natin sa strip. Spacing pa rin yung ma-solve natin. Kung ano yung makuha natin na total area ng rebar, then we will use that as main reinforcement and then i-divide lang natin into spacing. So, um, this concept is very general, okay? But this approach is mostly ginagamit siya if you are designing a flat slab, okay? Itong column strip natin, it could have, I mean, pwede siyang may beam or pwede din siyang walang beam. But kung ang project natin is flat slab, ano yung flat slab? I mean with flat slab is wala kang makitang beam. Kundi ano lang, pure slab and then supported by column. If you look on the section view, parang ganyan ito yung slab natin, then we have our, you know, columns. Share lang natin. Parang ganyan. Ito yung columns. Sorry. This is the slab and then column. So, diretso siya. Nakapatong lang siya diretso sa column. Okay? Minsan, pinakapalan dito sa support para to support for shear. Ayan. So, yung iba precast, gina-deliver na lang sa site. And then, or ang ginagawa, pag multi-story, mag-cast ka lang sa baba ng whole slab, one whole na slab. And then pag tumigas na yung concrete, iaakyat lang siya. And then pagkaakyat doon, nakatayo na yung column. I don't know if you can imagine. Nakatayo na yung column. And then sa baba na gawin yung slab. May mga butas lang siya from column. And then pag matapos cure, iangat na lang yung slab. And then pagkaangat, if ito yung column, ito yung slab na angat, lagyan na ng lock sa baba. Okay? Yun ang one of the precast technique. Yung iba naman, doon talaga ginagawa sa cast on site talaga na kung ano yung level, elevation, doon talaga ginabuhos yung concrete. Okay? In that way, monolithic siya sa column. So, ganun yung concept ng column strip. But ang weakness nito is mahina yung structure natin sa lateral stiffness yung stiffness is yung ability ng material to resist deflection or swaying. Okay? So kung stiff masyado yung building natin, hindi siya agad-agad mag-sway. Okay? Now, so ang weakness nito is wala tayong beam kasi iba talaga yung frame natin na mayroon beams. Yan. Kung ganyan yung building natin, kung naka-frame talaga siya, column frame and then slab, I mean column beam and then slab, mas stiff talaga yung building natin. So during earthquake, hindi siya agad sumasayaw. Right? Um, but if you use flat slab, na-eliminate mo na yung stiffness ng beam. So only the stiffness of the slab. Okay? Sometimes we call it diaphragm. So yung diaphragm na lang ng slab ang naga-support laterally. Okay? So common ito sa Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore kasi those areas bihira masyado yung earthquake. So they said na why invest too much if most probably hindi naman babalik yung earthquake. Babalik man pero bihira masyado. So kaya they prefer to use flat slab and then yung flat slab madali lang i-construct and then mas makatipid yung owner sa flat slab. Okay, yun lang, may risk lang siya. Okay? So itong column strip generally ginagamit ito sa mga flat slab. Now kung mayroong presence ng beam, kasi tayo dito sa Philippines, prone tayo sa earthquake. So we most of the time we discourage the use of flat slabs here in our location. So but if we really wanted to use it, and then there are some structural analysis na mapastrengthen natin yung concrete. It could have like kung ang problema natin is stiffness, we can add a shear wall. Okay? We could add bracings, ganun, para ma-stiffen yung uh, lateral stiffness natin. Okay? So, yan yung column strip analysis. Okay? Now, we will not include this in our examination kasi this concept is this approach in designing is very ano siya, yung mahaba siya masyado. Okay? And very, very theoretical. Okay. Remember when we design a one-way slab, we use only coefficients, yung omega L squared over 9, over 12, over 14, over 16, ganun. So those are actually estimates. Okay, para mas madali lang yung analysis natin. Now here, uh, I tried to study it, although matututunan na naman. Pwede niyo namang matutunan. Pero if we include this in our exam, medyo lengthy na siya masyado. Okay? Sometimes just to get the strip. So, ganun yung property ng strip, yung beam, mahaba na masyado. Especially kung may beam. Kasi T-beam, ang analysis natin T-beam na. Okay? So, medyo mahaba na siya. And then, ang daming mga formula. So, I will just skip that one. I'll just lecture to you kung ano, explain to you ano yung idea ng flat slab at saka column strip and then kung saan ito ginagamit. So we'll jump to the second approach, which is this is the ACS approach. Although medyo boring lang siya kasi paulit-ulit and then pero this one is the ACS. The con for this one is wala ito sa NSCP. Okay? But sa designing, mostly ito yung ginagamit namin. Most of the structural engineer, ito yung ginagamit na approach. So wala lang ito sa NSCP. Ito nasa book ni Nelson sa Design of Concrete Structure. Okay? But ito lang yung i-consider natin, i-kasalay natin sa exam. So ano yung itong na concept? This is two-way, still two-way. So dalawang moment diagram ang i-consider natin. So consider tayo ng strip pa rin, no? Yung kanina is column strip and then iniwasan natin kasi mahirap. Ito, napakasimple lang na strip. Mag-assume lang tayo ng one strip. The same yung approach natin sa one-way design. Assume tayo ng one strip and then apply it all sa succeeding or adjacent strips. So dito, ganun rin. Pero yung strip natin is dalawa. Okay? One in the short direction and one is in the long direction. Okay? And then each of the strip, mayroon siyang moment diagram. Okay? So, we have moment diagram. Di ba? Most of our moment diagram is, let's say, omega L squared over something, right? Let's say over 9. Okay? This 1 over 9, what is this? I said 1 over 9, but I'm writing 1 over 2. So, I tell you, um, sa board exam, magiging ano na kayo, sigurista. Even 1 plus 1, you have to calculate. Kasi minsan nga may iba yung nasa isip mo, iba naman yung sulat mo. Okay? But you cannot make it as justification sa exam ninyo. So, itong 1 over 9, this is actually an estimate. Okay? Hindi talaga yung true na structural analysis where we get our the real moment, value of moment. So, itong 1 over 9, meron na tayong estimation. So, ganun din ang gagamitin natin dito sa moment coefficient method. Meron tayong, ito yung pinaka-basic sa equation, omega L squared. And then, meron tayong CA. Where ang CA, these are coefficients. May table na for this one. And we'll just use the table. And I will teach you here how to use table. So, if you can see here, itong dark black, these are beams. Okay? And by the way, this approach, ginagamit lang ito sa edge-supported slab. Anong ibig sabihin? Edge. Edge-supported slab, meaning yung end ng slab mayroong beam. Okay? So, hindi siya pwede sa open. Dapat mayroon siyang support sa edge. Okay? It could be discontinuous. Pwede siyang maputol doon yung support, pero mayroon talagang beam. Okay? Ganun siya. So, ito na concept. Kaya nga, widely used ito sa Philippines kasi it's easy na calculation, and then most of our structure here is mayroong beams talaga. Okay? Ang slab is supported by beams. So, ganun yung, we call it load path. Load path meaning, meron tayong dead load, live load na naka-apply sa slab. And then from the slab, pupunta yung load dun sa beam. And then from beam, pupunta yung load sa column. Ang column, pupunta yung load dun sa foundation. So, ganun yung tinatawag na load path. So, ang reinforcement natin sa two-way span, so dalawa. Imagine this dark black, yan yung mga beams natin. Okay? And then itong mga sa gilid, that means continuous siya on that. Okay? Naka-continuous siya, ano na lang, pinuto lang natin sa illustration. So if you see here, ang green na reinforcement, yan, sa gitna, that is long direction. Okay? We call it long direction. Yun yung LB. Parallel siya sa length LB. We call it long direction. Ang parallel sa LA we call it short direction. Okay? So, ang reinforcement ng long direction natin, ito yung nasa green. Itong naka-purple or violet, yan. Yan yung reinforcement along the short direction. So, you see, dalawa. Naka-bend lang siya. Bakit parang ano? Kasi naka-bend siya. Kasi along the support, if you look at here, along the support, ang reinforcement nasa taas. Okay? So kung mag-reinforce kayo ng slab, hindi pwede yung parang matting lang. Nakamating lang siya the same elevation yung reinforcement. Hindi yan pwede na ganyan. Dapat naka-bend siya. So meaning, dapat sa support side, sa support ng slab, yung malapit sa beam, dapat nakatap, nasa taas yung reinforcement. Sa gitna naman ng slab, dapat nasa baba yung reinforcement. Okay? So yung mga panday, pag diretso na, pag mostly sa mga kita mo sa mga panday, basta walang experience sa ano na under sa engineering, sa engineer, diretso na lang yan, diretso, latag lang diretso reinforcement. Okay? Malaman mo talaga na may wisdom or knowledge from the engineer kasi may mga bendings talaga yan. Okay? Because we know na saan effective yung reinforcement natin. Okay? So, sa table, yung CA at CB natin, makuha natin sa table. Ito yung table actually. This is one of the example of the table. So, meron tayong table. This is for uniform total uniform factored load, dead load plus live load. Meron rin tayong um, for dead load only and then for live load only. And then yung distribution ng load, how much of the percentage papunta doon sa short direction na beams, how much I'm speaking about the load path. How much of it will go to the short direction. So this is just one. So in the examination, I will give the four tables. Okay. And then we'll just look on the table. So in the table, how to use this table, we will determine first the value of M. Okay. M is LA over LB. So that means whatever the ratio, then we have to use the value of M. Let's say, let's say ang ratio is 0.95, ganyan. And then we'll look at the case. Okay? Itong horizontal. Ano yung mga cases? So we have actually 9 cases. So case 1, looking at the case 1, 4 edge is discontinuous. Ito, 4 na edge talaga, discontinuous. Now, it doesn't mean walang beam. Kasi nga, ang concept nito is dapat may beam siya. Nagkataon lang na walang continuity doon sa palibot. Okay, meaning putol na yon na slab. So, if 4 edge are discontinuous, we say that is case 1. Ang case 2, lahat ng slab. Ito yung mga interior slab. We call it interior slab. Kasi nasa loob ng structure ng building. So may nakapalibot sa kanya na other slab rin. Okay? For edge continuous. Ito. Case number 3. 2 short edges. Bakit sinabing short? Kasi ito, di ba, short ito? So, dalawang short edges mayroong continuity. May continuity dito sa side nila. Okay? Pero sa taas at saka sa baba, wala. Ganun. So, yan. Maraming types ng cases. Siguro ibigay ko rin ito sa ah, exam. Okay, para hindi na kayo malito. Ano yung, no need to memorize this one. I think kung lalabas naman ito sa board exam, given na rin yung mga tables. So, let's say we are on case 3. So, meron tayong value dito. Let's say CA negative. Okay? That is short direction and then negative moment. Ito yung factor. Dito tayo sa case 3. Ang factor niya is, ito yung factor niya. 0.072. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin niyan? Kung 0.072, parang ganyan, di ba? Ito yung CA omega L squared. Yan na yung CA. Magiging 0.072 omega L squared. Yan na yung value ng moment. Negative along short direction. Okay? So, it's better to solve an example so, para makita ninyo on how to use this table. Oh, hindi ko pala na-attach yung table. Yung full table. Anyway, just trust me. Those are the right value. Okay? But that's it. Itong na-explain ko, ito na yung paggamit ng table. We need the ratio M, we need the case, and then kunin lang natin yung CA, CB. So this table is for negative, ha? So nakasulat yan sa taas, negative moments in slab. Mayroon ring positive moments. Ang positive moments, mayroon siyang live load, different siya sa live load, different rin siya sa dead load. Okay, so here's an example. We have 7.1 by 6 meter. So this is edge beam yung sa taas, and then continuous siya sa both sides, and then itong sa baba continuous rin siya. Okay, given na yung slab thickness, ang the same yung pagano ng slab. But this time, given na yung slab 175 mm, dead load, I forgot. Kindly verify ang thickness ng slab. Meron yun siyang perimeter. Hindi ko nakita sa book, pero I can remember sa Nelson parang nga siya. Perimeter over 180. Parang ganun. In solving the thickness of slab for two-way design. Just verify this. I'm not sure kung 180 ba yun. Okay. So, but here, given na yung 175 mm, dead load is 1.5 kPa, excluding, ano yun? So, ang dead load dito, When you say dead load, these are permanent loads, di ba? So sabi dito excluding weight, meaning hindi pa kasali yung weight, yung self-weight. Okay? So that means i-solve pa natin yung self-weight. Live load is 4.8 kPa. So, just for you to imagine, itong 4.8 kPa, mabigat na ito. Ito na yung mga live load sa mga corridor, yung mga busy area na slab. Ganun. So we use 4.8 kPa. So we'll use 12 bar and then assume unit weight of concrete is 23.5. Okay? So solution. So first consider 1 meter strip. Okay? So that means ang omega dead load natin, considering 1 meter strip is, meron tayong self-weight, right? Self-weight. Ang first self-weight natin is 23.5, yung unit weight, times what? Times the thickness, 0.175 times 1 meter. Okay, yan yung area ng section. And then, meron tayong dead load na 1.5 kPa. So, this is 1.5. Para maging kilonewton per meter, magiging times natin ng 1 meter. Okay? So, our total omega dead load is 5.63 kPa. Ang omega live load natin is given naman, wala nang iba, 4.8 kPa. Okay, let's solve omega u. Omega u is, sorry, 1.2 times omega dead load plus 1.6 omega live load. We have 1.2 of 5.63 plus 1.6 of 4.8. So this is 14.416. Okay? Ito yung omega u natin. Now, as what I've said, we need to solve M. M is, ano nga yung M? LA over LB, meaning short direction over long direction. Ano yung short direction natin? A moment. Okay, parang should be 0.75 divided by 7.1. Okay. Sorry. Ito, may mali ako dito. It should be 5.75. Okay, this is 5.75 over 7.1. So we have 0.81, 0. Okay? And then yung D natin, D, H, minus concrete cover, minus diameter of bar over 2. So we have 175 minus 20. Yung concrete cover natin is mostly 20. Minus 12 over 2. This is 149 mm. Okay? So, ano yung case natin? Ito na design. Ito na concept. What do you think? So, yung dalawang short and short direction, mayroong short end niya. mayroong continuity. Sa baba, mayroon. Sa taas, wala. So, if we look in the cases, parang ano siya, case number 8, right? Parang ganyan. Meron sa short and then sa gilid na mahaba, wala. Okay? So, using table 1, case 8. So, let's start with CA negative. Now, look at the ratio. Ang ratio natin is 0.810. Ang problema, wala yan dito. Okay? So, pero mayroon tayong 0.8. So, somewhere in between 0.85. Ayan. And then case 8. Case 8. Ito yung case natin. Case 8. So, somewhere in between these values. Mark ko na lang ng red. Right? Yan. Case 8 and then ratio. So, dalawa yan. CA negative sa taas, then CB negative sa baba. Okay? So, ngayon, since wala tayong 0.810, mag-ratio and proportion tayo. Okay? So, in solving for ratio and proportion, ang given lang dito sa table is 0.8. So, we can go with 0.8. Ano ngayon yung value niyan? 0.8. We'll go back here. Ito 0.8. Ang value ng CA negative is dito. Kasi CA sa taas, CB sa baba. Okay? Ang value niya is 0.055. So we have 0.055. Now for 0.810, ito yung hinahanap natin. So ito yung value ng CA negative. The good thing, mayroon tayong 0.85 na ratio and then meron siyang value na 0.049. So gawa na tayo ng ratio and proportion. So madali lang ito. We could do it like this one. Okay? This one minus this one. The ratio niya of 0.05 minus CA, ganun. Ganyan. Equal to this one to this one, this one to this one. Okay? So what I'm saying is 0.8 minus 0.810, okay, equal to, dito sa right tayo, 0.055 minus CA negative equal to, balik naman tayo dito sa left, 0.8 minus 0.85 over 0.055 minus 0.049. So we can solve CA here. Our CA value, or let's say CA negative, is equal to 0.0538. Okay? How about sa CB negative? Ganun pa rin. Kunin natin yung 0.8. Ano yung value ng CA? Sorry, CB, 0.041. Wala kasi akong, yeah, mayroon table pala ito. Table 1. Yan, ito yung for B, 0.041. So, we have 0.041, 0.810. So, we have CB negative, 0.85, 0.046. Okay, so ganito yung operation proportion, 0.8 minus 0.810 over 0.041 minus CB negative. It should be equal to 0.8 minus 0.85 over 0.041 minus 0.046. Our CB negative is equal to 0.0420. Okay, so for positive moment, when you say positive moment, sa gitna naman ito. Okay? Now, dalawa yung positive moment. It could be dead load sa table 2 and then live load sa table 3. So, medyo mahaba ito na calculation. But anyway, you know how to calculate already. Ang ang value nito is, hindi ko na lang i-calculate. CA positive dead load, okay? 0.0314. Ang positive moment live load, so magiging CB, sorry. Sorry, moment live load lang muna. Magiging still CA. CA positive live load. So the same approach yung kanina, it will be equal to 0.0154. Okay? And then meron tayong positive moment for mali din ni class. This should be dead load. Kasi ito pangalawa sa live load. Okay? So, yung value natin, meron tayong CA positive live load. Yan. Ito, sorry, dead load pala yan. Okay? So, again, the same ratio and proportion hanapin nyo sa table. I'll jump directly to the value. CA positive live load, we have 0.0432. And then still for live load, CB positive live load, this is equal to 0.0196. Okay. So, solve natin yung moments. Yung moments yun yung sorry. Ito na yung C omega L squared. Wala na palang something. Okay? Ito na yung moments. So let's start with negative moments. Okay? MA negative, meaning yan yung moment along the short direction and then negative. MA negative is equal to CA negative omega U L squared. Ano yung CA negative natin? Ito, 0.0538. So I can write here 0.0538 times omega U natin is 14.416 times L. Ano yung LA? Ang LA, ito yung L ng short direction. 5.75. Because A ang pinag-usapan natin dito. So, times 5.75 squared. This will be equal to 25.643 kilonewton meter. Okay? Then for MB, equals to CB negative omega U L B squared LA squared pala ito sa taas. So, we have 0.0420 times 14.416 times 7.1 squared. Okay, take note of the length ha, kasi kung B yung length na mahaba, A is yung short. So this is 30.522 kilonewton meter. How about positive moment ng slab? So we have MA dead load, MA positive dead load. This is equal to CA positive omega U dead load. Okay, LA squared. Now, yung omega U lang na dead load. Ay, dapat na ano ito. Dead load is 1.2 times 5.63. Let me check tama ba itong notes ko? 1.2 times 5.63. Yeah, 6.736. Ito sa dead load lang ha. Dead load is equal to 0.0314. Ito yung CA value. Tingnan niya sa na-solve natin. And then times the length 6.7. Omega U. Omega U dead load lang pala. Ito yung 1.2 times dead load. Okay. 6.736 times 5.75 squared. So, ang omega A dead load natin is 25.643 kilonewton meter. And then, MB is CB, sorry, MA live load. Nawala na class. MA live load. It will be CA plus CA positive live load, omega U live load times L. We are still in A. LA squared. So CA positive 0.0432 times 7.68 times 5.75 squared. This will equal to 1969 kilonewton meter. So ang MA dead load plus live load is isum up lang natin itong dalawa. Okay? So this is wait, parang may mali. MA dead load. I'm looking at mali itong 25. May mali pala. 6,993 kilonewton meter. That's 109. At 10.9. 6.9. So this is 6.993 kilonewton meter plus 10.6969. This will be equal to 17.962. Along A pa lang yan. Okay? So the same along B. Um, we have to write kasi ang dami ng value, malito na tayo. Positive moments in slab MB positive. Okay, so we have MB positive dead load, CB dead load, omega U dead load times LB squared. Now take note ibang table ang ginamit rin dito. Hindi na yung table 1. So we have 0.0154 times 6.736 times 7.10 squared. This will be equal to 5.229 kilonewton meter. Okay? And then MB positive live load will be CB positive omega U live load LB squared. LB pa rin. So 0.0196 times 7.68 times 7.10 squared. This is equal to 7.588 kilonewton meter. Okay? So meron na tayong load na moment. So now look at this one. Ito yung reinforcement natin. Meron tayong reinforcement somewhere here, di ba? Yan. Ayan, mga reinforcement na ganyan. Yan. Ito dito, actually, this one is for MA negative. Ito na reinforcement nakuha natin dito, MA positive. Ito, meron tayong MA negative. Okay? But take note, this one sa taas is nasa edge tayo ng beam. Okay? Now, according sa rule, according sa NSCP, ang edge, sa A direction naman tayo, no? Diba? So, MA at discontinuous is equal to 1/3 of MA positive. Okay? 1/3 lang siya. Bakit ganon? Meaning, kung ito yung reinforcement natin sa baba, MA positive, 1/3 lang doon sa MA. So what does it mean? Meaning every reinforcement, every 3 of the reinforcement, i-continue natin doon sa discontinuous. Every 3. One reinforcement every 3 ang i-diretso. So, parang ganito. Mayroon tayo dito, naka-bend ganyan. And then 1, 2, 3. And then ang next naman, parang ganyan na siya. Yan. Next naman, bend. Then bend naman pa sa gets niyo? So, ito na distance, 3 times this distance. So, pag ang arrangement natin, mag-bend tayo every 3. Kasi nga, ang moment niya is just 1/3. But still, hindi ka padalos-dalos na yan na diretso. Kasi we still have to check yung sa SMAX. Mag-govern pa rin yung SMAX. Okay, not necessary na one-third lang siya. So, let's compute the spacing. Meron na tayong moment. It's just a matter of calculation. Okay? So, yung mga criteria sa or rubrics natin sa decision making kung sa design natin, um, i-lay down muna natin. So, spacing of reinforcement. Ano ngayon? Row minimum. Ano yung row minimum? 0.25. Para hindi tayo mag-ulit-ulit dito kasi general na ito na gamit natin over Fy. This is 0.25 square root of 21 over 414. 0.0277. Meron pa isa. Row minimum is equal to 1.4 over Fy. This is 1.4 over 414. So this is 0.00338. Compare mo sa taas. So this one governs. Okay? 0.00338 yung minimum row. And then, AS minimum. Ang AS min is 0.0020 area gross. So, this is 0.02. Parang the same lang siya sa one-way slab. Times 1,000 times 1,000 yung area thick, thickness, I mean width ng beam times thickness of 175 mm. Area gross hindi yung D. Okay? So this is 350 mm squared. S-max. Yan, ubusin natin yung criteria. Dalawang criteria ng S-max, meaning maximum spacing ng reinforcement. It could be 2H, twice the thickness. So this is 2 times 175 is equal to 350 mm or 450 mm. That means this one governs. Meaning, kung may lalabas sa calculation na ang spacing is greater than 350, we need to adopt 350 mm. Okay? Romax. Check natin yung Romax. So, ang analysis ito parang beam lang. 0.85 FC prime beta 1 over Fy. So, this is 3 over 7 times 0.85 times 21 samo times 0.8. I'm sorry. 414. So this is equal to 0.0158. Okay, so we'll start designing. Let's say for MA negative. Start tayo sa MA or this is for short direction. Short direction. Ano yung MA negative natin? Meron tayong bali ng MA negative, 25 ito. MA negative. So we need to call this one 25.643. 0.643 kilonewton meter. Okay? So, meron tayong formula na diretso na kukunin natin yung rho. Actually, pwede tayong magkuha ng Rn and then from Rn, we solve the rho. But merong formula na diretso na yung rho. Mu phi rho Fy Vd squared times 1 minus 0.59 rho Fy over Fc prime. So, solve na lang natin ito gamit ito na formula. Pwede rin yung Rn ha, and then Rn raw. But here, diretso na tayo, 25.643 times 10 to the 6 equal to phi. Okay, we'll assume na most of the time mag-yield na yung tong, ano, the value here is zero point 0.9 times rho Fy. Fy is 414 times 1,000 D. Yan, yung D is 149 squared times 1 minus 0.59 times rho times 414 over 21. Okay? So ngayon, ang rho natin is equal to 0.00322. Now, compare natin sa rho minimum, 0.00338. Ito 322 lang. So this is less than rho minimum. Therefore use rho minimum. Okay? And then ang rho na lumabas, this is also less than rho max. So okay. So kung less than rho max, that means okay yung analysis natin na singly reinforced. Kasi kung greater than rho max yung MU ay yung rho, meaning we need to analyze it as doubly reinforced. Okay? So meron na tayong rho, we can solve AS now. AS is equal to rho BD. This is 0.00338 times 1,000 times 149. This is 503.62. So greater siya sa area minimum na 350. So this is okay. Yan. Kasi greater siya sa 350 na minimum reinforcement. So, meron na tayong AS, then we can solve the spacing. Spacing is area of bar over area of slab. 1,000 times 1,000, sorry. So, area of bar is pi over 4 times 12 squared. Yan yung 12 mm diameter over 503.62 times 1,000. So we have 224.569. Okay? 234.6. So less than 350 mm. Ito yung maximum spacing natin. So that's okay. 350 mm. So, pangit naman na yung reinforcement is 224.569. So we can say 200 mm. Okay? So ito sa short direction pa lang ito ha. This is our reinforced slab natin. This is short direction along LA. Okay? So ito negative, meaning saan ba 'yon? Dito edge ito eh, edge dito, di ba? Edge yan siya. So ang reinforcement nito, itong MA negative, ito yung makikita mo dito sa taas. Of course nasa loob ng ano. Lagyan natin. Yan. Naka-bend pa yan ganyan. Yan. So ito yung MA negative. Okay? Ito yung sa MA positive. Ito MA negative, which is 1/3 lang ng MA positive. Okay? So ganyan yan. So we've reached already 1 hour. I bet you can continue this one. So, ganun na lang yung idea. Um, Meron na tayong moment and then just use the concept of design. Gamitin nyo na lang itong diretso na diretso na this equation para ma-solve yung row. Again, pwede rin yung Rn and then row. Pero mahaba na. So just memorize this equation and then yeah, we can have the row and then check sa area minimum, row minimum, solve the area, check sa area minimum, and then spacing, check naman sa maximum spacing. Ganon. So whatever your result, you always check with the maximum, minimum, ganon. So yan yung spacing. Ang spacing natin is every 200, meaning dito is every 200 siya. Okay? Ganyan. Alright, kaya na lang mag-continue. So, my next video will be about columns. Right? Thank you.